Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Carlos Rivera. I'm a pediatrician from New York. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming down here. I am so very impressed that people have come here from every state in the United States, and over the past week, but in particular in the past 2 days, I have met people who have made some incredible journeys to be here. I would like to thank Ms. Kara Zimmerman for making this day possible. Mr. Mark Young, thank you for making this possible today, for allowing everyone to come here and to speak. I now have the very, very great honor and pleasure of introducing a gentleman that I have been in personal correspondence with, who has been a very, very strong spiritual help to me as a victim of parental alienation to get through the pain of it. But what I admire the most, this gentleman has dedicated himself to increasing awareness and increasing giving people the chance to speak out. He has created his own network, which he will describe himself, and I am actually very interested in following him because I believe that we are on the verge of making our own network where we can have a 24/7 system available for continuous information with journalism, speakers like Mr. James Kelly, who we just saw spoke with his outstanding prepared work that he had for us today. And again, I would like for you to look into Mr. James Kelly's work at CFACS, SEAFACS.org. You can look into that. But not to take away, I have here with me today Mr. TJ Moonan from New Hampshire, who's quite a fighter, a great man, a good friend. TJ, I'd like to please come up and address the crowd and say thank you. For those of you out there, please share. This is Mr. TJ Moonan, all the way here from New Hampshire. Thank you, TJ.
Good morning, casualties. I'm grateful to be among you. I never thought I'd find myself here, like Jim was saying. Sorry about that. I'm excited to be here. I'm grateful to be here and to share my experience with you. I'm a targeted parent. My daughter is 26 years old. I've spent a total of 1 hour with her in the last 20 years. And my fight for her, I pretty much ended. She doesn't want to be a part of my life, and it is what it is. She doesn't want my help, so I've chosen to reach out to others and help those who are looking for the help. As I see people walk by and looking, you know, there's a tragedy going on amongst us, amongst every one of us. And it is my goal to get the word out to as many people as possible. I was talking with Carlos this morning, as well as other people around the country, and I found that through community television, I've been able to reach the general public in a more abundant way. Social media helps considerably. We're reaching more and more people every day. But through community television, I've been able to share the message with my community in town. And I've gotten a remarkable response. So many people just don't know there's an issue. And that's my goal, is to get it out there as much as possible. I'm hoping to speak to as many people as possible around the country to get involved in your own community television theaters. And set up your own show and get the word out there. Because people need to know. The more people that know, the better chance there is that it's going to be exposed more and more to the politicians and the corruption, the corrupt politicians that are fighting this. I started my fight 20 years ago, and I did it alone for most of the previous 20 years. I just found out about the movement maybe a year and a half ago, and that movie last night really did a number on me. When I first got into the movement, one of the first people I met was Dominic Tomasello, and he pointed me in a path that led me to the understanding that there is a problem far greater than what I've been fighting. I had spent probably the first 17 years of my fighting parental alienation. Parental alienation is not recognized by the AMA or the federal courts, district courts, family courts especially. And I was fighting a ghost. Now I've been educated on Title IV, D&E, the Bradley Amendment, the Adoption Act, the Parents' Rights Act. These are all creating financial incentives for the courts to to destroy families. So many families are destroyed. And I never knew how bad it was until I hooked up with Dominic and so many others in the beginning, Jed Ackerman, Tracy Ross. There were just so many people that added to my knowledge and gave me the ability to reach out and help others. And there are so many people that need help. And I find that when we work together, so much more gets accomplished. I've been to court hearings for other parents who are trying to get their kids back. And whether I'm the only one showing up or there's a crowd with us, it's remarkable to see people fighting and having the knowledge I didn't have when I was fighting in court. I went into court thinking, well, once the judge hears my story, everything's going to be great. You know, that was 20 years ago, and now here I am standing in front of you trying to help you get your kids back. God bless you all. I love you all. The name of my show in Derry, New Hampshire is Practicing Love, and that's what I try to do. I work at a convenience store in Derry, my hometown, and I promote the show that way along with social media. And I found that I'm getting remarkable response from the general public who are just so unaware that they were being affected and their families are being damaged because of the corruption in the family courts. My judge, Manzi, in Massachusetts, never heard a word I said. She heard my ex's lawyer, every word of it, and my visits with my daughter were stopped when she was 7. I fought by myself for the next 5 years. I went to the law library. I learned as much as I could. I came up with as best a remedy as I could for the end of the relationship, whereas I had a percentage of the child support I was spending put into a trust fund for her to get when she was 18. I knew I wouldn't be able to see my daughter at least until she's 18, so I wanted to make sure she knew I was thinking about her and trying to be part of her life. And over the last 8 years, since she turned 18, I've attempted to connect a few times actually, and she's non-receptive. She's gotten a restraining order against me, had her friends attack me through social media, and it's just not an option for me anymore, and that's okay. I've come to grips with that. So now my focus is helping others. People like Adam Dingle, who's been out all morning today walking around the streets of D.C., sharing the word. God bless you, Adam. Great job. People like Carlos, and Kyle, and Kara. Kara, thank you so much for putting this event on. The world's a better place because of people like those of us here. So let's get together. Let's work together. Let's make this change happen. There are people in the movement who are running for office. Chris Marks, Cash Jackson, Joan Kern, I believe is her name. There's so many others. Tanya Myers. So many people running for office that want to change it from the inside. Well, I'm not a politician. I don't want to be a politician. I found a niche in community television and getting the word out to as many people as possible. And that's my goal, my mission, my purpose, and that's where I'm going to stay focused. Like I said, thank you all for being here. It's been an awesome experiencing meeting so many friends I've had for so long that I never knew. And being able to hug people like Carlos and Kyle and Cash, it's been a beautiful thing. And I'm so happy, and I'm looking forward to working with Carlos and anyone else who wants to get involved in their area as far as community television is concerned. I think if we can get a network developed, get the potential politicians involved, as well as the entertainment industry, people like Roy Jones Jr. from the movie last night, and Leah Ford, who is a targeted parent, writes songs about it.
Philly Slim Crew.
The Crew. Crew, absolutely. Great man. Oh my God, that song really hit it. yesterday. Yesterday was just such a spiritual experience. It was absolutely beautiful, and I'm just blown away by the amount of love I've seen here. And talking with Yaya this morning, he got some great news. Great things are happening at a slow pace, but we're gonna work together to speed that pace up and make the changes necessary so that future generations don't have to endure the insanity that we've gone through. So let's all get together, practice love, and make the world a better place. Thanks for letting me share. I'm going to give the microphone back to Carlos. He seems to be the man in charge now, and let things go where they will. I'm really grateful to be here. Thank you very much, Carlos. Thank you, Kara, so much for allowing me to share, and everyone for being here from all over the country. I'm so proud of every one of you and grateful to be a part of your lives. All right? Practice love, my friends. Love works. I'm a testament to it. God bless you.
Thank you, TJ.
Hugs, everyone.